This is the Talking About a 23 Sneaker Channel. Talking About a 23 Sneaker Channel des Mainichi Absurdo de Mainichi Mite Kudasai. And I bring you content every single day from Tokyo, Japan. And today it's all about the Nike Air Jordan 14 Reverse Ferrari. I'm wearing my red Nike top to celebrate that because 5 years ago in 2014, Nike dropped one of its most iconic sneakers, which was the Jordan 14 Ferrari in that bright red colorway to match the bright red of those Ferraris. And now they're reversing that and taking the company's second color, which is yellow, and sticking it on the same sneaker, the Air Jordan 14s, to bring us those reverse Ferraris. As I said in the introduction, today is all about the Reverse Ferrari Yellows, but just how yellow are they? I have a channel, not a channel, there's a website here in Japan. I am here in Tokyo, Japan. There's a website here in Japan called Sneaker Hype, I think it's called. Oh my goodness, I hope I haven't got that wrong. No, Sneaker Dunk, the website's called. And they often have photographs and different things about upcoming sneaker releases. And in the case of these Reverse Ferraris, they do have some pictures out there of them, and they really do give you a stark look at the different color of yellow. And by that, what I'm saying is that if you look at the promotional materials and if you go to websites where they have the kind of doctored screenshots or photographs of the sneaker and then you actually look at them in hand, different color of yellow. I don't know which one will be which because I don't have them in hand. I wish I did. But if you have a look at those screenshots later on, I will show you the difference between what the promotional materials say the yellow is and what in hand yellow looks like. But before we get into the shoe, please do what every YouTuber says and asks you to do, to like, to comment and share. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button, why not? Already hit that subscribe button. I bring you content every single day. And if for no other reasons, that's hard work. And you can hit the subscribe button for me down below. And I am here in Japan, so I do sometimes slip into Japanese and say, Toroku onegaishimasu, mainichi absuru node, mainichi taihen desu gedo, toroku shite kureru to tasukarimasu. So hopefully people are hitting that subscribe button down below. But let's get into this sneaker. Like I said before, it was 2014 when the Reds dropped, the red Air Jordan 14s. And there's a link there between Michael Jordan and Ferraris. You know what I mean? He really is well documented, his love for the Ferrari car. And it made sense back there in 2014 to stick a very bright red colorway on the Air Jordan 14s to celebrate that. And here we are 5 years later with the yellow version, which is the second color of the Ferrari line. Personally, I prefer the red, and I'm celebrating that by wearing my red. But these yellows themselves, they stand alone as well, and they're a fine looking sneaker. So let's have a look at them and have a look at as well as some of the differences between what was happening 5 years ago with the red. And the main difference is, if you have a look at that upper on there, in the yellow iteration, it's a tumbled leather yellow upper all the way across and around the front of this sneaker. It's a very uniform tumbled leather. There's not much breaking up the top there. And the difference is that 5 years ago, the red was suede. So we've moved from that sort of soft, slightly hairy, I don't like to call it hairy, but hairy suede into a more uniform and flat, but also still soft and a little bit accented tumbled leather in that yellow upper there. And if we stay in the upper half of the sneaker, the lacing system on the front there is a black lacing system, almost completely black, but there are a couple of places where there's a red hit in there, and you get those hits of red up near the top, near the tongue, where it's a first place. I think I'm right in saying that we get those Roman numerals for the number 14. But then if we go around to the back of the sneaker, to the heel, again in black and red, but this time with regular numbering, you've got the 23 that marks out Michael Jordan's number that he played with for much of his career, although not completely all of it. So that red and black detailing from the lacing system up front and up top is mirrored on the back of the sneaker with the heel on there. Now, if we get down to the bottom sort of half of the sneaker and you get into the midsole section, you can see that classic 14 look with the kind of, they're almost like teeth or claws that come up from the underside of the sneaker. And in the case of this particular sneaker, those claws or teeth, as I said, are carbon fiber, and that really adds a kind of elegant feel to the sneaker. You know, Ferraris are a high-end car, a really expensive car for want of a better word, a luxury car, and then having carbon fiber sort of claws coming up around the side, I suppose they're mud guards really in reality, but doing it in carbon fiber really does add a sort of element of luxury to the sneaker. And then between, you know, the front and back and the midfoot section, they're still on the midsole, so we haven't got down to the bottom yet, although it does traverse, you know, the midsole and the outsole. You've got the shank, and the shank in this case is a bright silvery chrome shank in the middle there, and again it helps the sneaker to pop and it really ties together that kind of car and sneaker sort of combination hybrid that they were going for. But then let's keep going down and flip these guys upside down. Have a look at that outsole there, and you'll see that the shank comes around and into the middle of the sneaker, continuing that silver chrome effect, and then a yellow Jumpman right there to sort of balance out the colorway from above. And then towards the front, I think it is, of the sneaker, there's that Roman numerals with the 14, the number 14 in there, to give it another sort of bit of pop of color, a bit of pop color, a bit of pop of design. But really, other than that, it's an all black outsole and a very sort of simple looking outsole on a sneaker, which is a bit of a surprise if you ask me, given how much they've invested in the top half of the sneaker, and especially given the tie-up with Ferrari there as well. And that's really what I want to take you through that sneaker today, the reverse yellow, or the reverse Ferrari, or whatever they're going to be calling this one. I think it's a cracking looking sneaker. I don't know what it's going to be like, whether it's general release or not, or whether it's going to have a limited run and going to be hard to get your hands on. The red suedes from 2014 were a fine looking sneaker, and quite a lot of people count themselves lucky to have their hands on them, and maybe these yellows will go down that route as well, and people will try to get their hands on them. They'll be hard to get, or it'll be a general release and everybody will get their hands on them and everybody will be happy. Who knows? But for now, it's time for me to thank you for checking in and checking out my content. Please do check in every single day. I appreciate it very much, and hit that subscribe button down below. I'll be back again tomorrow with a special video. I've been asked to do a video about what equipment I use to shoot on, and it does make sense for me to do that because the channel is about to go up to its next level in growth, and when that happens, I'll probably start updating some of the equipment I use, and I'm at the very base level of equipment right now, and I'd like to share that with people out there, and also put down a marker for where the channel came from, because I have high hopes for it in the future. So tomorrow, please do check in for that beginner YouTuber equipment, for want of a better word. And then I'll be back again on Friday with another sneaker review, as I am most days with those sneaker reviews. So please do hit that notification button so you don't miss out on content from Tokyo, Japan, from Tokyo Butter 23 about sneakers. For now, it's time to sign off. Thank you guys for checking out my content, and I will definitely see you tomorrow.